Ndị be anyị ekeneni m unu n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sị na ya dịrị ndị Igbo na mma. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Igbo Media ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasata maka ana Igbo and Igbo community and ihe debe na Nigeria. Ya bụ ife ka anyị na-ewetara unu na Igbo Media. Dịka isi wee na-esole anyị, ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị ị na-abịa n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo Media, kabaru ka i subscribe and turn on your notification ka ị lapụ miss any of our update dịka anyị na-etikwu ya n'ilu akwụkwọ kwa mgbe. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ya wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa gbasata maka ka ya bụ ife si ada and gbasata maka ka ya bụ ife si akpọtụ n'ala Igbo. Biko mma achọ ka ige ya bụ ife. Ihe a bụ ihe Biafra Chief of Staff bụ Ngozi Orabueze kwuru n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasata maka ka o si ada na Finland and gbasata maka Biafran Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa. So igecha ya bụ ife idropụra ife iche n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasata maka ihe bụ ife ndị a niile okwu. All right, over to you.
No other leadership in the whole United States of Biafra, anybody telling you anything apart from this are the criminals working for the Nigerian state to disrupt what we are doing. Do not pay any attention to them. Biafra is already here. And we are going to use all the God-given talents that we have to protect our land. It is our right to do so. Today, we are going to pass two major bills. And we are going to discuss that. The first bill is the right to bear arms and self-defense. This right will authorize Biafrans the right to bear arms and the right to defend themselves. Self-defense being necessary for the security of liberty and a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms for the purpose of defending themselves and the state shall not be infringed upon. That is our right. If we do not do this, we will all be eliminated by the Fulani terrorists and all these mercenaries brought into our land by the Nigerian state. And we must protect ourselves. The second bill we're going to pass into law today is the Arms Manufacturing Bill Act. The 40 states are tasked to obtain the means to locally manufacture weapons of a defensive nature to be used to defend the state and the people. On that note, I'm going to open these two bills for discussion. And the Information Department, Honorable Ugo, you can go ahead and take the hands. Thank you so much, everyone. Is Honorable go on? Let's go ahead. Dr. Onyeka, please go ahead with your submission.
Okay. Good evening, my Deputy, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and our cabinet members. This bill is very essential at this period when our people are being massacred. Self-defense is an inalienable right of every human being existing. But I just have few cautions and reservations. Looking at the context and the environment Biafrans operate, and looking at the kind of leaders we have there, and looking at the socio-economically, so that we don't commit something that may backfire and hit us back negatively on our people. The question is, are people ready to carry firearms? Where do they get the firearms? Do they have the resources to buy it? Do we have the manufacturing hubs and the supply system? Because before you know it, in as much as we want the world to know this is what our people are going, we also want to minimize the risk. We know what these terrorists can do and what the terrorist government can do. They will start to walk through people's house one by one. Oh. And once they catch anybody with a then gun, we know the potential consequences. You vanish from there that you are not supposed to. And our security system of Biafra, have we gotten to that stage where we can come to the defense of our people if they get into such trouble? So these are the things we need to consider properly before we implement this act so that it doesn't back. And if it backfires, I think we also take blame for that so that we do not commit blunder in the course of this. I also do think that strengthening our intelligence at community level so that when people come, we'll have people who will be able to know that this, and have people who are trained, our defense forces, to stimulate them or activate them that, look, these people have, and these people can't just come and fall into somebody's compound. Now, the question I ask, if I'm a man in my house with my family, and let's remember that where these people operate are in the villages, we have peasants who don't really have any experience and training. Now, if you're
shut up your mouth. Shut up.
Dr. Colley, please, your time is up. Please, we understand what you're trying to explain. Please, whoever that came with that, please calm down. Honorable Colley, I think your time is up. And again, this meeting is not to check where it will be gotten. This is a simple act that we want to pass into law. So when, please, if you're coming, hold on. We don't want where it's gonna be. Hold on, please. We don't want, because we have the people in the firearm department that have already gone through this bill and they've already explained all the things needed. As those, if you're not in the firearm department, please do not take our time to explain where it's going to be gotten, where it's not being gotten, and all that. Henry, go ahead, please. Okay. Thank you so much.
One thing before that, please. I'm not sure who was just cutting in. Let's also try to be civilized. Yeah, I'm not sure who is cutting in and shouting.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's okay, Dr. Cole. All right. Thank you so much. Honorable Henry, go ahead, please.
Is that Henry myself?
Henry Asia, the Asia rep, please.
Okay, thank you, because we have two Henrys in this house.
The Asia rep.
Thank you, my DPM COS. Good morning from here, fellow cabinet members and everyone present. Secretary. I would like us to flash back before all these killings in that country. We must remember that Nigerian government withdraw all defensive tools that people have in their houses. They record it before the Fulani headers and all these terrorists step in and start murdering people anyhow. So taking away the things men are using to defend themselves and their families before start
go make money
was the starting point. So now, as a new nation, if we are trying to restore confidence in our people and let them know that they can have things in their home they can use to defend themselves, I think it's the right step to take. So because of that, I think that this bill is timely, and we should see it from that angle rather than escalating thoughts and all that. Thank you, my DPM and everyone.
All right, thank you so much. Honorable Benjamin, go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, my DPM. Thank you, honorable members in this platform. I have heard the whole thing, and I just want us to know that we have to go straight to the concept of the bill. Yeah. And the concept of the bill is self-defense. We are not telling No, we are not here to make rules and laws for villages and states and whatever. It is only self-defense. It is the right of every individual to defend themselves. Yes. And in some nations, it is their right to carry arms. And the essence of that is self-defense. And the government has nothing to do with how you acquire your either gun or whatever you are going to use. The only what government will do is to place rules and regulations. It is entirely up to you to know how to acquire it, where to get the money. Government will not give you the money. You are the one to fund it. When I was younger, growing up, we never had an armed robber in our compound. My uncles, they all have gone. See, and you can't just come in there anyhow. And when you look at these people that are being killed, they go to their homes and kill them. Then if the person, the father or the man in that house has a gun and gets one person down, the killing will stop. They will only try to see how they can carry their diseased one away. And if he's still breathing, to know how they can save the person's life. And that will also go far in protecting other members within that village. Because when they kill a family and nothing happened to them, they will go to another family. And before the day comes in, then the entire village will have been killed. Okay, now even if it is to be in the church, they can also protect themselves if they carry their gun anywhere they want to go. So we are not here to tell the citizens how they will get their gun or how we can fund their gun. They are not military. This is civilians. So we are only here to empower them to defend themselves. Now, that's all. To be in the church, they can also protect themselves if they carry their gun anywhere they want.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Benjamin, for that position. Honorable Joshua, go ahead, please.
Okay. I greet my DPM, Honorable DPM, I greet you, and also cabinet members, I all greet you all. I just want to say one quick thing here on this issue. Right now, I don't think we need to be going through saying any other thing than straight to the point, because the situation at the ground now, I think this bill is the right bill at the right time. All we need to do is to pass it and watch, because we need to stop the bleeding. We are bleeding now and we need to stop it. And the only way we can do it is to pass this bill. I don't care where they get it or how they get it or if they have the money. We just need to pass the bill and set the rules. And people who are able to acquire can go and acquire it. And once they have this, it will solve a lot of problems, because it's too much. Every now and then, people are dying, regardless of what is going on. So I support that this bill should be passed, and those who are the able men in their compound or in their villages can take it up from there and defend themselves, and that will help out on what we're doing. So I support it, and I want us all to go ahead and support this bill, because this is the right time. This is the right time to do it, and there's no two ways about it. And there's nothing else we can do than to pass this bill. And we have people who are willing to defend themselves. All they are lacking is the will. And who is going to support them is the government, the Biafran government, and not Nigeria, and not the Southeast governors. So we need to do this as quick as possible with urgency. Thank you very much. I submit.
Thank you so much. Miracle, go ahead, please. 2 minutes.
What I want to say, good morning and good afternoon, everyone here. Yeah, I understand what all the people that have spoken have said. But on my own side, I want to submit that this bill, I will support this bill to be passed. But then I'm looking at the government because I heard somebody say it doesn't matter how you get your gun and then what you do with it as in self-defense. But I'm looking at the situation where somebody will go and get this gun if the government did not give, a kind of ready to checkmate or to put up out there the qualifications of who and who to get this very gun.
Honorable Mr. Miracle, please. We don't want to, again, let me clarify. It is not our job. There is a department that is handling this, please. I want everyone here to know. There is a government department. So when you say leave government out of this, we want to focus so we don't deviate from the reason for this meeting. The self-defense, the power to bear arms, that's all the discussion. Talking about what the rules the government have to make and all that. I don't think this is the right place for that. Please just air your opinion so we'll move because there's so many hands as far as how, where, when, the cost, the trending. That's not within the purview of this particular at this time, please. Next person, Sister Ugochi, go ahead, please.
Hello, good evening, or good evening, DPM, good evening, cabinet members. My suggestion is Biafrans, since our PM was taken in for interrogation, the Nigerian government have continued to kill Biafrans. And what I'm seeing is, instead of being in the Nigerian army uniform, I think they are no longer in uniform, so that they will use that to camouflage what they are doing. And innocent Biafrans are being killed. So the whole of the 40 states has to be made aware that this is happening, because our people can be nonchalant until it happens to them, especially those in the rural area. My suggestion is for all the 40 states, all the governors, all the county heads, to make the people aware that the Fulanis, the Nigerians have disguised the Fulanis, both those in uniform and those not in uniform, to enter villages and start killing people, especially innocent people. And Nigerians, Biafrans have to be aware that they have to defend themselves, because the government's army might not be able to reach all of them wherever they are. These are times when you can't sleep with your two eyes closed, especially those in the rural area. If you don't have gun, we have to say this, we have to be blank. Say it as it is. If you don't have gun, you can carry your cutlass. Because when they come to kill you, Nigeria won't mourn for you. You have to defend yourself. Whatever you have to defend yourself, you have to do it. Because some of our men are turning into women, and some of our women are turning into men. We have to do it for ourselves. You can't just keep quiet and keep running. How far are you going to run? They come to kill you, you fight and defend yourself. It's allowed. You're allowed to do that. If not, these people will continue doing what they're doing.
Thank you.
Our people have to be encouraged to defend themselves, and the governors have to make it known. The information have to go through, because most of Biafrans don't know that this is happening. Most of them are ignorant of what is actually happening. The county heads have to make it known. The information has to go to the grassroots, and people have to be awake and ready to fight whenever they come. If not, they will take us one after the other until there's nobody else to fight.
Thank you so much, Sister Ugochi.
Thank you.
Round up. Okay, you rounded up. Please, yeah. Let's keep it to those 2 minutes. I'm watching the time. Florence Ezims, go ahead, please. Your hand is up.
Good evening, DPM. Good evening, the cabinet members. Thank you, all Biafrans, and I thank you for bringing up this bill. This is an auspicious time we live in, and we are now a government, thank God. Before this administration came in, Nigerian government, they used to have gun. My people, some people used to have gun in their house to protect themselves. And there was a time they passed this law and they seized all the guns from the people. Now people are defenseless. And right now they can have.
Wadaloli neno from Igbo media, boy by Siwene Utano Nyabozi, Dio Kempa, Bastabak Yemen and Nigeria, and the enemy di teacher na Eastern region, and Uno Kosia Dana Finland, and the Biafran Prime Minister, Casey Judea, the update and the Yabo Biafran declaration came in Finland, so Yelina Kaya, I know Telu Niva Huko. Kifi Oliku Bastama Kayabo, Chief of Staff Gasi Nidwa Huko, Yanebo Tagasiaka, and the new development on Biafra, of United States of Biafra. So Yabi Feka Isikai, Tiedo no Kono, Guai Funchen, then Kono Bastama Kayabi Fe, Guadado Din and Kemesi and Umunem.